But what's this? This is the crest of a club that has gone and beaten Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal, Tottenham, Villa, all in the same half of the season. This is a team who've gone and done a double on Liverpool for the first time in 10 years, by the way. This is a manager who's gone and beaten every manager that before the season people are saying, oh, he would be better, he would be really good for the Man United job. And now he's gone and beaten Slot, he's gone and beaten Arteta, Pep, Emery, Marco Silva. You can really name the rest. Man United 3, Liverpool 2. And the fact that we won, all things considered, is the most important thing. Sure, now we are officially, mathematically qualified for Champions League. Yay, let's celebrate. But all jokes aside, though, the thing is, we have just beaten our arch rival. A rival we don't normally beat, by the way. But we've not only beaten them once, we've beaten them twice in the same season. And to add to the fact that we beat them twice in the season, the first half performance was proper. It was like us showing everybody that, you know what, we really belong. That a shit Liverpool side is going to be made to look like a shit Liverpool side. And in that first 20 minutes, when I say we blitzed them, scored in the 7th minute, we could have scored in the 3rd minute, we could have scored in the 1st minute. There were multiple chances early on in the game. You know what we're doing very well on the Carrick now? In the last 2 games I've seen, we are really starting off games perfectly. And you know what this starting off games perfectly does for us? It gave us a 2-0 lead in both games. And you know what the 2-0 lead gave us? It gave us a platform to go and win both games. Because if we did not have the 2-0 lead in both games, Brentford and Liverpool, we don't win the games. It just won't happen. But today's game, unlike the Brentford one, was not because their team really rallied up and we had to adapt. It's purely because we made individual errors, because Ahmad made an error, then unexpectedly Sen Lomans makes a mistake. And that's where the game almost went out of our hands. And then Ngomoha comes on and then he causes problems on the left-hand side. But without all that, the thing is, Liverpool didn't really offer much. You can talk about everybody from that midfield, from the league-winning midfield of last season of McAllister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai, to Wirtz on the left wing, to Frimpong on the right wing, to Cody Gakpo up front. Gakpo got a goal, Szoboszlai got a goal. But apart from the goals, tell me please, what did they offer? Nothing much. And you know what the thing was? It had to do with Carrick's setup. Again, the manager just gets another plus point and then another plus point and then another plus point. We just keep on getting reasons to really hire Carrick. Because yes, I questioned him after Chelsea. I was saying, I don't know about your defensive structure. I don't know about your mentality to control the games. But the thing is, right after we went 2-0 up in both games, we tried to defend the lead. But all 3 goals, the goal from Brentford and the 2 goals from Liverpool, both came from individual errors on our side. Or maybe the goals were too perfect. The thing is, Carrick is not to blame for either of these. And when I see that a manager's setup is not to blame for this, we already know who the manager of this club is going to be next year. Because there's only one candidate. We don't see many other options out there. People are going to tell me Raiola. But all I'm saying is, can he translate into a bigger club? Because all I can see is Carrick can use the players that we plan to use next season. It's the same set of players that we plan to use next season. We have, especially the match winner, Kobbie Mainoo. Guys, I say this almost every week. We have been on the right side. A lot of us have been on the right side. We've been supporting Mainoo through all the troubles. When Amorim was saying he's not good enough, he doesn't run around, he does not contribute to the team, he's not good enough to start over Ugarte sometimes. We knew. We always said, we know who Kobbie Mainoo is. You don't need to gaslight us to think something that we know is 100% not true. And people are arguing, oh, but Mainoo did not get a goal. He did not get an assist this season. But he's not good because he doesn't have GA. If you want a GA, how's that GA for you? He scores the winner against Liverpool at Old Trafford in front of the Stretford. And it's the picture perfect goal. Having seen the season Mainoo's had, to score the winner in the 78th minute. Cherry on the cake. And the best part in all this was, because of his goal, now we've secured Champions League. Now we can just look back at Liverpool's rest of their games, Chelsea's rest of their games, even Villa's rest of their games. And we can just see, well, they're going to mess up a couple more times. So all we have to do is just win one more maybe, and we could even secure 3rd place. Because once we get 3rd place, You've come out of a season where we started this horrendously badly, where we thought this could be one of the worst seasons in our history, having lost to Grimsby, having started off with only 3 wins in our first 6. And then you can even take it back to January. We sack Amarim, but then we are out of the FA Cup instantly. And then you're thinking, oh, what's left to play for now? What, Champions League? But then we're not going to get Champions League because we don't have the momentum. And then the players turn it on, Carrick turns it on. And now here we are, having won over 75% of Carrick's games, sitting in third place, having made almost 20-something point deficit on Liverpool, having made a very good difference on Chelsea. Having done all this, and now we're staring at the Champions League, we're saying, we're coming for you next season. Will we win the Champions League? We don't know. But the Premier League challenge is on. Yes, certain players have a few flaws, but I don't question the manager now anymore. That's the biggest positive after today's game, because I have seen how Carrick has adapted his systems. Add to that the fact that we have match winners in Mainoo. We have Bruno Fernandes, who will probably be here next season again. Though he did not get his assist, he was trying again and again for that 20th assist. You could even say he was unlucky not to get his 20th assist. Cunha was working his socks off. Ahmad, on the other hand, he contributed one thing. Unfortunately, he only contributed one thing, and that was the error which led to Szoboszlai's goal. Now, we can have a whole debate about whether we want Ahmad to stay next season or not, having seen the horrendous season he's had, or do you want to back him? Given that his mentality is probably not in the right spot, maybe he's too comfortable being at Man United right now, and do we want that mentality to stay? But that's a debate for another day. And right now, we have 11 players who've just gone and beaten Liverpool's 11 players. Not once, but twice. And it's a fact that we've gone and beaten almost all of our rivals, barring Arsenal. We went and beat Chelsea, we beat Liverpool, we beat City, we beat Tottenham, we beat Villa, all at Old Trafford. We even beat Newcastle. If you want to add Newcastle as a rival, a small rival, we even beat Newcastle. So when it comes down to it, we are really turning up at Old Trafford. And you know what you need to win leagues, to win championships? You need a good home record. And guess what we're setting with Carrick? A good home record. And at the same time, we have reliable goal scorers. We had a match winner who doesn't even score normally, and yet he scored in the crucial moment. Not the first time, guys. There was the time when he scored against Wolves in the stoppage time. There was a time when he scored against Liverpool at Old Trafford, funnily enough, the same time when he scored for 2-1. And then obviously we all know the goal he scored against Lyon last season to equalise. Mainoo comes up with only clutch moments. And when he's not coming up with clutch moments in goals or assists, he's coming up with world-class performances on the ball. So this is a generational player we have on our hands. Learn to use him. If you can't use him, you're not good enough. And guess that's the reason that Amarim got sacked. That's the reason why Carrick will probably get his job, because he knows how to use his players. Having said all this, enjoy, guys. This has been one of the most confusing seasons we've had. Yes, last season was very confusing. But then this season has been, in a different way, very confusing, because we went into it with optimism, having signed all these big players. Now we're thinking, oh, we might actually challenge for the league. Maybe there's a chance. And then the season starts off bad. And then it starts going semi-good. Then we win 3 games in a row. We beat Liverpool in that run. We beat Brighton. We beat Sunderland. And we think, oh, maybe we're back. And then we go on an 8, 9, 10 game winless run, that is. And then we're like, what do we do? Amarim gets sacked. Then Fletcher comes in for 2 games. And then we go out of the FA Cup. And then we're like, what's left? Champions League. And then Carrick comes in. And then once Carrick has come in, we have not looked back. All it is, I say, you guys, United fans, we all deserve this. We deserve to take our leg off the pedal and just look at what is right in front of us. And what we're seeing in front of us is that we have officially secured Champions League, and we will be playing in the Champions League next season. So, what did you guys think about this game? This was interesting, to say the least. The most important thing is we amended for those mistakes, and we scored the winner, and we beat Liverpool 3-2. So comment down below your thoughts, and I will see you all in the next one.